Hello everybody and welcome to another amazingly awesome edition of Scratcha Data Itcha. Now same sort of thing, same sort of experiments, you can all gauge what you might be in for when it comes to the 1,000 sub competition of either 10 £5 scratch cards or 5 £10 scratch cards, so you can sort of see what you might be in for winning. Although there's no guarantees, it might not be the same, you know, I might get a different game to the Fast Cash 500s, it might be Monopoly, it could be any one of the other £5 games, to be quite honest with you, or it could be one of the £10 games, and there's no way of knowing. It's just to give you an indication, an inkling along the lines of what you might expect. That's all it's for, ladies and gentlemen. And if along the way in this scratch here we happen to win £500 or £50 or £100 off one of these cards, so be it, you know what I mean, so be it. I mean, I suppose we could even have a vote on which ones you would rather have. It's a winning part. I mean, to be honest, if I was you guys, I'd probably rather have the Fast Cash 500s as the competition. But then that's the whole thing. It's down to you guys. You know, you might want the Monopolies. You might choose the £10 cards. But with these, you guys stand a pretty high chance. Well, a decent chance anyway of winning a decent prize. Well, it's the same on any of them, I suppose. You know, the more you think about it, the more you overanalyze it, the more conclusions you can come up with. It's going to be what it's going to be at the end of the day. The cards have got what they've got beneath the surface before you bought them, haven't they? So anyway, enough of that. Right, let's see if we can have a few winners in today's show, ladies and gentlemen. That first one is I'll try and make sure the show doesn't take absolutely forever. The other time I did one like this, it was a good 20-minute show. There was 13 of those cards. Getting rather good at scratching these anyway. See how quickly he's going through this. Look, he's romping through it. How to lose money in 30 seconds flat. That's got skills at that, you know. You got skills at losing money, man. Okay, you can see the winning symbols. Limo, trainer, helicopter, wheel. Speaking of helicopter, there's the 500. Wheel and a flag. Trainer? Did I say trainer? Yes, I did. Oh, look at that! I said I said helicopter. I said trainer. There's one there, one there. That one looks like a fiver. It could be 500. We got a couple of £500 winners here, chaps. Oh, there's another helicopter. There's another £500 winner there, chaps. There's another trainer. See, you've got to admit, if I was you guys as the competition, if you choose £5 cards, I'd choose the Fast Cash 500s. I mean, the amount of times you've seen me hit prizes on these over and over again. You know, you guys will be in for, I reckon that's 20 quid, 5. Nice to get 2 trainers and 2 helicopters, isn't it, really? You know, you'd be stuffed if you only have 1 trainer. 2 helicopters is a bit greedy, you know what I mean? But still, better to have 1 spare, you know? Oh, there's another helicopter. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Doesn't that make the prize, can you win 25s on these? Yeah, you can. Yeah, that makes the prizes 25 quid, look. There's a note, we haven't got one of them. There's a timer. I've never won 25 quid on one of these, neither. £5. £5. £5. £5. And £5. That's 25 quid. Beauty. 5 lady Godivas there, look. Some lucky person would have won 25 quid then, if these were the competition cards. That's the thing about these, I don't know, they're alright really, you know. You can get winners and you do alright. Well, if you get winners you do alright, yeah. Pretty damn obvious statement, you know what I mean? If we were guaranteed winners, ladies and gentlemen, it wouldn't be a lottery, would it, eh? Everyone would be doing it, son. There ain't no skill involved in that, mate. You buy a ticket, you win money. Bloody hell. Where's the mystery in that? Ooh, 2 keys. What's better than a key? 2 keys. 2 keys, please. Hey, yo, Pookie, give me the 2 key. Nah, man, I got a 2-pack. Well, I want a 2 key, not a 2-pack, man. I want a 6-pack. Who wants a 2-pack? I want a 6-pack. I got an 8-pack. I got a 10-pack, but I want a 2-pack. Bring 2-pack back. Right, enough of that. Let's get back to the serious business of winning money, shall we? Come on, Scratch Go. I said let's get back to the business of winning money. You know, that bit where we actually win things, yeah? Well, at least it's not a bust episode. I mean, we've had that £25 card, you know. That'll probably be it for this. 5 winners on 1 card. That's the thing about these Fast Cash 500s, you just never know which way they're going to go, do you? That's what I mean, when you go to the shop, ladies and gentlemen, just buy 1 card with your change. If you're buying some shopping or whatever, just buy 1 £5 card with your change. You know, if you'd have won that 25 quid with your change, you would have paid for your shopping, so you spent 20 quid on shopping, and, you know, you put a 5 of that towards the card, you would have paid for your shopping, you know what I mean, and got your money back in your pocket, you know, whereas if you lose, you don't lose nothing really, it's just a fiver. So think about it as going to Sainsbury's with an overinflated food price, you know. If you just buy 1 card with your shopping, chances are you'll win your money back for your shopping, you know. If you buy loads of cards, then you need a good winner to make your money back, so if you're doing it for the money, you're doing it wrong. Do it for the enjoyment, honey. That's this fella's top tip, anyway. Right, helmet, helicopter, car, plane, and a pot of gold. Well, that is a diamond. That is a wheel. That is a bolt. That is a stack. That is a lightning bolt. That is a track. That is a limo. That is a flag. That is a key. And that is a bag. No, it's a treasure chest. I reckon we'll get 1 more winner out of this row of cards. Gold bar. Timer. Note, obviously if I've missed any wins, please let me know in the comment section. You normally do. Good like that. Oh, flying through these, they don't take nowhere near as long as a Monopoly, so I must have been chatting on them. Okay, so the winning symbols on this bad boy are a car, a lightning bolt, a limo, a boat, and a diamond. You got a diamond, man. Note, a timer, a wheel, a flag, a gate stack, a car. Did I say a car? Yes, I did say a car. There's a car there, man. You said a car, man. It's probably a £10 win, that one, if I had to place my bets. Treasure chest, aeroplane, pot of gold. There's a note. Got a note over there. Note. Key, nope. A diamond man. There's a diamond man. Yeah, look at that. Car and a diamond man. Is it 2 £10 wins? Track, helicopter. In the corner we have a trainer. So I thought I saw one there. There's a 10 alert. Nice. What's on the diamond man? There's another 10 alert. Nice. 20 quid. That's alright, isn't it? 10, 20 quid. Wasn't expecting that. That's what I mean with these Fast Cash 500s. If you do invest, you know, 50 quid's worth, you've got a good chance. You might only hit 3 £5 wins, so don't hold me to it. You know what I mean? You might go and buy 50 quid's worth, 10 cards, and on those 10 cards, you might hit 3 £5 wins, or you might get a 50 quid come out of the 10 and then break even. Or you do what we just done there. One card's got 25 and the other's got 20 on it. So what's that? 45 quid. So we're only at 5 right on our scratch look. We've got 2 cards left to go. That's not too bad. Anyway, this is all for you lot to consider when it comes to the final days of choosing the 1000 sub competition. So the format is how many cards, 10 or 5, £5 or £10. Obviously you can't have 10 £10. There's a 50 quid limit on this, ladies and gentlemen. These things have got a habit of spiralling out of control. And which game as well, you know, if you all scream Fast Cash 500s at me, then we'll get Fast Cash 500s. If you all scream Monopoly, we'll scream Monopoly. If you all scream random, then I'll pick something random. Right, one card left to go, ladies and gentlemen. One card left for today's show. One card left to go. And the winning symbols. Oh, God, it's been a while since Treasure Chest have been one of our winning symbols. Ding, 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 ding. Treasure chest, boat, note, pot of gold, and a helmet. There's a gold bar. Come on, let's have the treasure chest come out. Stack. Limo. A wheel. A timer. A helicopter. A trainer. Another helicopter. There is a key. There is a car. There is a flag. There is a thunderbolt. That is a vault. And in the bottom corner we have a track, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we do. So, the stars of today's show. It's going for luck. We have 2 tenors on that one, so that's 20 quid. And we have 5 fivers on that one. So that's 45 quid in total, ladies and gentlemen. Thumbs up from this guy. Thanks for watching. Kiss a coin for luck again. Like for luck if you want, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. See you tomorrow.